Hello, Sculpture and Ceramics. I want to show you how to practice Sgraffito on one of these circles before you go in and start actually carving onto your final container. So what you're going to do is you're each going to take one of these circles that I have prepared for you, and you're going to smooth out the surface. So you'll take your circle, and I'm going to smooth the surface with a sponge. I have squeezed all of the water out of this sponge because I do not want to apply any more moisture to the surface. And then I'm going to start designing. So this clay is now at leather hard stiffness, so you should be able to carve your designs in with a pencil, just laying it out gently. So I'm going in with just a dull pencil, and I am pressing lightly into the clay, just marking out what I plan on carving away. So I'm making my designs not too detailed because the tools that you're using are not going to be tiny. You're using tools that have larger, and smaller loops. So you're going to want to make sure that your designs are not too small. So I'm gonna go in and lay out my design. These designs can be whatever you want. You can practice the plan that you're gonna put on your container, or you can make them look a little bit different. So I'm making a flower design, and I'm kind of plucking away these boogers as I'm working. And if you get to a point where you make a mistake and you don't like your design, because the clay is still soft enough to work with, you can go in with your finger and smooth over and start again. Now, when you're done designing, your next step is to apply your underglaze. Now that you have your design planned out, you're ready to apply 2 coats of underglaze so that you can begin carving away your Sgraffito designs. So I have black underglaze poured into cups for you. So you'll take one at a time, and you only need to apply 2 coats of underglaze. So you'll take your brushes and then paint right onto the surface, and you're gonna see some of the clay below. That's okay. And you're gonna let the glaze dry. It's gonna take a few minutes to get a little bit lighter in color. When your clay has lost most of its shine, the underglaze shouldn't look as shiny. You're ready to apply your second coat of underglaze. And I like to use very light, gentle brush strokes so that I can still see my pencil lines, but I'm also not scratching away any of the glaze from the surface. I'm done with my glaze, so I'm gonna make sure I put the lid back on, and you'll clean your brushes when you're finished. And now I have to wait for this to dry again. You can kind of see the shiny surface, so give it about 5 minutes to dry, and then we'll be ready to carve. When you begin to carve, make sure that you put your name on the back of your circle. And you're gonna see me going through with different tools, just carving all of the details that I've already drawn onto my circle away. I start with one of my small loop tools, and as I'm working, I'm gently brushing away any of the clay that's plucked off or carved off. And I switch around, trying different curved lines, straight lines, and then I go in with a smaller tool in a moment and start adding smaller details. When you're finished, you can put your coins on the back table that you'll see pictured in one of the next steps, and you're all finished with your first Sgraffito sample.